Welcome to Phil Wilson Chats with Celebrities. And here is your host, Phil Wilson.
Singer-songwriter Lyra is one of the most striking talents to have emerged from Ireland in the past few years. Hailing from County Cork, she has established herself in both the domestic and international stage with a string of exciting, vibrant singles, accompanied by a unique style of visual presentation that is never less than stunning. Lyra has unveiled her new single, Queen, which is a big song with a big sound, and Lyra joins me now. How are you doing, Lyra?
I am fantastic. How are you, lovely?
I'm very good, thank you very much. All the better for seeing yourself there. And I've heard that you've been very, very busy there. You've been doing an Irish tour, an Ireland tour there. Is that right? An Irish tour of Ireland?
Yeah, Irish tour of Ireland.
And how did that go?
It was fantastic. I mean, it was wild to say the least. We done 22 days, so it took me about 2 months to do the whole tour. Yeah, it was great though. You know, it was lovely to see some new faces, you know, some people that had never seen me perform live before, maybe had just seen me on TV or something like that. So it was lovely for them to experience what it is to have the Lyra show live. I mean, I love performing live. I do think it's one of my favorite things ever.
And I think that's what a lot of people do now. That's what their bread and butter is, really doing live, because you can have lots of singles released and such like, but if you're not going out there meeting your public who are actually going to be buying your music, then, you know, if you haven't got that relationship, then how's people going to know what you're doing? Exactly.
And you know what, for me as an artist, because I write all of my music about myself, my own experiences, you know, what I've been through in life, I really like to share that with people who come down to listen to me, because I think it's really important that we have that relationship. You know, they went out, they've worked to the backbone to, you know, make their money, and then they've parted with some of it to come see me. So I think they really deserve to get to know me as a person as well as opposed to just this artist. So it's really important for me.
And also maybe the stories behind your songs as well. Now,
yeah, exactly.
Firstly, I must say I love your new single, Queen. It sounds so good, and I'm sure it will have an international appeal. And I could imagine it, actually. When I close my eyes, I could actually imagine, you know, you could be in the cinema there, and this isn't meant to sound bad. Imagine the titles rolling at the end of a film, or maybe at the beginning of the film, and your music is there. It's that big, the sound. It's a bit like Adele, maybe better.
Oh yeah, you can come with me anywhere, any day of the week after that, baby. I'm not lying. I do love a big sound. I don't know. I'm just like go hard or go home kind of thing. So I'm like, the bigger the better. And I have had a lot of syncs with my music, I suppose. So it does go hand in hand with some movies, which I'm very happy about. Yeah. But I love Queen. I think she's one of my favorites. And it's like trying to pick your favorite child, but let's not lie. If we really asked our parents, I'm sure they do have a favorite. They just lie and say, I don't have favorites.
Yes.
Well, I do have a favorite, and it's Queen. I think she is one of my faves.
Excellent. Well, we'll cross that question off the list, because I was going to ask you that later on there. But we've got the answer early. You've got in early there. Now, when did you start your journey into music?
I suppose, you know, being an Irish girl, I've always been in music because I'm a very musical family. My mom's a great singer, my sister's a great singer. You know, anytime anyone's around, there's always be like a family hoolie of someone banging the bodhrán in the corner, right. Somebody yelling some lyrics in another corner, somebody banging on the piano. So it's always been in me, but I suppose they didn't really start taking it seriously until I started writing my own music. And the very first song I wrote, Emerald, was actually for my nan, because she was like, please don't go into the music industry. You know, it's kind of a cutthroat industry and you'll never make any money, which she wasn't wrong there. Let's just put that out there. She wasn't. But I kind of had to write something about her to say, look, Nan, I'm not going down to the pub having a few pints and singing Caledonia or Country Roads for my entire life. Like this is me proper. And it kind of took me on a whirlwind of an adventure, that song. It, you know, picked up a lot of ears in the music industry and really kind of like started to get me on the map. I then did take a year off to go home and mind my nan while she was passing, which is, you know, something I wanted to do. I knew I'd always have my voice. I'd always be able to songwrite, but I wouldn't always have my nan. So I took a year out and then started building myself back up again. And, you know, it's been up, it's been down, it's been fun, it's been hard. I've found myself and lost myself a lot of the time. Then with COVID in the mix, and I feel like the past maybe four years has been where I've really decided who I am. I've realized that I am good enough to be myself. I don't have to be anyone else anymore. And here I am. And that's why Lyra, the album, came out now. I feel like it was a good time where I finally found my feet.
Indeed, and I think it's great that you're really being down to earth and such like, and that you actually have found yourself, because obviously I've said this to people before, if you don't keep it real, then you get found out.
Yeah, massively. And you know what? When I was told at the start of my career that I had to lose loads of weight and pronounce my THs and my diction was shocking and my voice was too loud, and I was trying to be the artist that they wanted me to be, thinking that it was going to be the best thing that ever happened to me. I was miserable and I was starving and oh my God, I couldn't keep it up. Not only just because of the eating, but like I just couldn't keep it up. I was miserable. And my mom owned a restaurant for 26 years. Like I love food. Like banoffee pie is one of my 5 a day. That's it. So here I am. Cellulite and all.
I'll have some treacle sponge and custard.
Oh, I love that. Anything with custard. I love custard.
My mouth's watering just thinking about it. Now, what was the first song that you ever wrote and performed?
So Emerald was the very first song that I wrote. She probably was the first song that I performed as well, because when she kind of like had her moment and was taken into the sky, I was always asked to come on TV shows to perform it. So that would have been the first song that I performed, and it was the first song that I wrote. And it is the song that means the most to me, obviously, because it's about my nan. So it's a nice circle of life.
And what TV shows did you go on? Did you go on The Late Show at all?
So I sang this one on Dancing with the Stars Ireland.
Oh, right. Wow, I'll have to look that one up. Excellent.
Yeah, that was a great moment, and I sang Emerald, so it was a very monumental time for my family.
I bet it was as well, yes, with the glitter bowl there especially as well, yes. This household, you see, they're all dancers, you see. My wife and, all my daughters have actually tried the shoes on there and done the bit of dancing there as well. So, yeah, they all love the Strictly there. So I'll have to tell them, watch Lyra on the telly. We'll watch your performance, yes. And next time I speak to you...
Well, sorry,
what was that?
I said I can't dance to save my life, by the way.
Can you not? All right, so if the producers are watching there, Lyra can't dance, but you can sing.
Yes.
Well, it's the best of the two that you can do. That's the main thing. Now, do you have a method for writing music? Because some writers have certain rituals and things. They have to be in a dark room, maybe candles on, or what is your ritual? Have you got a ritual when you write, or do you just have your phone then go, oh, this is a great tune?
Well, you know what? For me, it's as cheesy as it sounds, mine has to be very much in the moment of my emotion, like. Right. If I'm sad and I wake up one day, like going through that massive breakup, that's all over the album. Like I can't wake up and somebody be like, oh, you need to write a pop song today, or you need to write a dance song today. And I'm there like wailing into my cereal, crying about being dumped.
Oh,
I can't. It has to be very much like what mood I'm in, what emotion I'm experiencing, what's happening in my life. And that's how my best material come about. I just sit down on the couch and I'd be very truthful with myself, very truthful with my music, and start writing. So that's how it kind of normally comes about. And then I get to work with some amazing producers where I bring them in ideas of me wailing away down on my iPad, and I'm like, can you hear this? I think it's a kind of something. And they're like, what? So I'm just very lucky that I have a great team around me that know how to bring these ideas to life with me.
Indeed. And talking about, singers and producers and such, like, who would you like to collaborate with in the future if you could choose anyone right now? It can be, a singer or a producer, because we will be talking about, producers and things later on.
Can they be dead or do they have to be alive?
Alive or dead? Alive or dead? You can still do a duet with Elvis or anyone else, Yeah,
I would love to do a duet with Freddie Mercury.
Oh, lush, that would be beautiful, that.
I would love that. I mean, I think he would outdo me on the performance and the outfits, but I tell you something, his vocals, yum.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be doing Barcelona with him and taking the part of Montserrat Caballé. It may be Love of My Life.
Yeah, maybe that.
There you see. There's an idea for you there.
Yeah, there you go. Bring him back.
Fabulous. Get in touch with Brian May then, see if we can get the rights there, and then you can get that. They can do like a little, thing there. You sing this bit and Freddie singing that bit. It would sound great.
That's it. I'm on it.
It gives the shivers down my spine even thinking about it. Yeah.
Juice.
There, a bit of an idea there for you. Now, are you a fan of the Eurovision Song Contest? And if so, would you ever like to appear on that show?
So I am a fan of the Eurovision. Like, it's a great night to like either go out and watch it and celebrate, or stay with friends and celebrate it. And it's funny you should say that, because like there's petitions going around in Ireland about get Lyra to the Eurovision. Like, it's a full thing.
Bad.
When it comes to Eurovision time, like my phone is exploding. Like, will you do the Eurovision? Like, it's mad. And it's an honour that people really want me to go and represent Ireland. Like, it's a great honour. I always said that I would love to write a song for an Irish entry into the Eurovision. I definitely would love to do that. And I never say never, just right now, I suppose I want to just concentrate on my baby, my album. But as I said, never say never. Maybe in a few years' time, I'm like, the time's right, I'll go. So
when the time's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, so you just never know. You just never know what may happen. Watch this space. Lyra on the Eurovision Song Contest. Representing Ireland. Here she is. Song number 1. Excellent.
Love that.
It would be great. There you go. Now, the last 12 months have been particularly thrilling for you, with the spectacular success with your hit singles Lose My Mind and the uplifting dance floor collaboration with DJ John Gibbons on the Stevie Nicks 80s classic Edge of 17. What was it like covering the Stevie Nicks track?
Well, I'm a massive Stevie fan. Like, her vocals are to die for. Like, I constantly watch this YouTube clip of her getting ready in a dressing room, just singing, and like, just unbelievable. Like, it sounds like a studio recording, and she's just sitting there. So she's iconic. And, I love John getting me involved in this because, he had the idea and he had a few vocalists on it, and he was like, it's just not hitting. Can you come in and just try your vocals on it? And it was a kind of around COVID time, and normally I'd be like, no, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. And I was like, you know what? Let's have fun. Like, this could be great crack. It mightn't go anywhere. We mightn't put it out. Let's just go and do it. So I went in studio for like 4 hours, sang the song, and then a couple of weeks later, everyone was like, this is it. Like, this is really banged. Let's put it out. So I was like, okay, let's go. Why not? We only live once. So I put it out, and it kind of took a whirlwind to itself as well. And when I sing it live, people go mad, and I love it. We're all dancing, absolute lunatics. It's great crack.
Excellent. And is there any other songs that you would like to sing of Stevie's? Maybe Rooms on Fire or?
Yeah, I mean, I love The Chain.
Yes,
it's just such a great song.
Yeah,
It was a Fleetwood song, but still Stevie. So it's just an iconic song. It's like one of those evergreen songs, I call them, that like stands the test of time and time and time and time again. It's classic songwriting. I love it. I wish I was born in that era, to be honest. I wish I was born in that era.
I know some great music around then as well. And of course, the vinyl revival is upon us, and I'm going to be asking you a question about that a little bit later on. Now, in addition to these big tunes, you have recently released successful collaborations with mysterious dance artist Unsecret and kept your Irish roots to the fore with Bill Whelan on Riverdance, the animated adventure. What was it like working with Bill Whelan?
So that was a mad one because it was COVID time again, and Bill and I had a conversation probably like not this is not the exact day, but say for example we had a conversation on the Friday in Dublin. I went back to the UK. Week later, lockdown central, and I was like, wow, what is? So he had talked to me about this animation coming out, and he showed me like some of the movie in sketch version, like it was very, very start of the project.
Yes.
And he was like, I'd like you to write a song for the closing credits. And I was like, absolutely. So then in lockdown, I was like, how am I going to do this now? Just sitting here by myself. So got my iPad out, just remembered what I took away from the movie when I saw the clips, and I wrote a song. And I think I wrote 3 ideas, and I sent him the first idea, and he emailed me back and he was like, this is it. He was like, you got it. And I was like, yeah. So it was fantastic. And then when kind of COVID was easing off a bit and I got to fly home, I went up to Bill's house, and on the way up there, I actually wrote that Middle 8 because I didn't have Middle 8 written already. Right. We spent a few days then really putting it together, you know, Bill's amazing instrumental mind, basically, just taking it to the next level. So it was really amazing to work with him. Like, he's iconic. And you know what? He's the nicest man, and his wife is such a lovely woman. So the couple of days that I stayed there, I just had such a lovely time. And I'm so lucky I got to meet him in this life.
Yes, of course. I mean, absolutely brilliant with Riverdance. And also, I'm sure you had a song in the charts, which was Lift the Wings, I think it was called. Lift the wings.
He did.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful song. Actually, I think that was performed at the Eurovision Song Contest when it was over in Dublin. I'm sure it was Lift the Wings, I think it's called. Yeah. But
stunning song.
Beautiful song. But yeah, Bill Whelan, absolutely amazing gentleman there. Yeah. Now, your new album, Lyra, is released via Ruby Works Records. Could you tell us about your album and what it features? And what is your favourite song from the album, which you've already told us?
So my album is called Lyra because it's basically about me, and I'm Lyra. And I call all my songs she's, and it's not because I'm sexist or anything like that. I love men. I just don't pick the best ones, but I love them. It's just because they're about me and my life. It's very autobiographical. Like, is that a word? Autobiographical?
Yes,
whatever that word is.
Very autobiographical. That's right.
Autobiographical.
Yes, you were there. I was on your wavelength.
So it is very much that. It's about going through the biggest breakup of my life. It's about finding myself again as my new queen. Yes. It's about, you know, having my very first one night stand. My dad better not be listening.
No. I'm watching.
It's just
on the YouTube.
Like, beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Just about that. It's about me, and it's about my journey getting here to this point.
Yeah, and it's a fabulous album as well. Now, you're on tour with Nadia supporting you. Where will you be visiting?
So I'm starting in Manchester tomorrow, which is going to be great fun in the Deaf Institute. And then I go on to Glasgow, and then I go to Cardiff, and then I go to London. Fabulous. And you can find all my social media as well, because I am shocking at remembering everything. I'm so bad. And what
are you under? What are you under? Do we just search
It's This is Lyra, THIS. I know I don't pronounce my THs, so I spell it at the end. This is Lyra.
This is Lyra. We can get tickets for your tour and also buy your music. And have you got a website as well?
I do. It's lyra.ie. I'm keeping it very simple. It's very simple.
And that means that when people go across to that site, they'll be able to get access to all of your social media, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's there, including the gold vinyls. So knock yourselves out.
Wow, gold vinyls. I would love a vinyl copy to play on Phil Wilson's Vinyl Revival. I thought I'd just put that out there.
Oh. Yeah, we'll have to get that hooked up now, wouldn't we?
That would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Now, do you have any future projects coming up that you could tell us about?
So I have a lot of festivals and shows coming up this summer because it's time to actually get to sing this album. So I don't have all the dates because between you and me, I can't hold my water. So they're like, it's not announced yet, stop telling people. So
right.
I will be, as soon as I know, I will let the social media world know. So I will definitely be updating it all the time. So if I'm coming to a festival near you, you will know about it.
That's right. Check it out. Check it out on lyra.ie. Is that right?
That's the one.
That's the one. See, I have been listening there. Now, you know, when for your tour there, have you had fun rehearsing with Nadia?
Well, actually, I haven't met her in physical form yet.
Right.
So I'll meet her first time tomorrow. Pick out your support acts. You get sent a lot of music, and then I had to listen through everyone. I just felt like I loved her sound. I love supporting women in the music industry anyway, so it was like a match made in heaven. So tomorrow I'm very much looking forward to sitting down, having a cup of tea, catching up with her, seeing what she's been up to, and listening to her set. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Excellent. Yeah, she's lovely. I spoke to her just a couple of days back, and she's really looking forward to going on tour with you. So that's lovely.
Oh, great. That's lovely.
Now, the vinyl revival is upon us, so I must ask, what is the first vinyl record you have ever bought, and what song would you play me if you had a turntable now and you were going to put the needle on the record?
Well, the first one I ever bought actually was in like a vintage shop, and I bought Hounds of Love, Kate Bush.
Excellent. I love that one. Spot on.
I love it. And I would play Running Up That Hill because it's one of my favourite songs. I don't think, and like, people can correct me and they can definitely disagree with me if they want, but I don't think we've had a song as beautifully written, played and sung as that song. The songwriting is next level. It's so unique.
Yes.
So it's one of my favourites. I just continuously just listen to it and it grounds me. I'm like, yes. This is music.
It is a fantastic tune as well. Did very well in the charts as well. It's it's excellent, and of course it was on that Netflix show, wasn't it? Stranger Things. That's why it's come back into the limelight. Yeah. There.
It's like Murder on the Dance Floors after getting a revival after Saltburn.
That's right. That's right.
End.
That's right. Yeah. And I think she got to number 2, didn't she, Sophie Ellis Bextor there when it was re-released again? Or did she get the number 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
fantastic.
Not sure.
I'll have to check my stats on that one. Now, where can listeners follow you? It's obviously at lyra.ie, isn't it? That's right. But can they buy your music there as well and do the downloads?
Yeah.
And they can buy tickets as well.
Tickets are there too. And then if you want to follow me for a bit of fun, all stuff I post on my Instagram, silly stuff and stuff like that, This Is Lyra on Instagram. And that's where I kind of show a bit more of my personality. And then the business is on the website. So check all that out there. Business and pleasure.
Business and pleasure at lyra.ie. Now, unfortunately, Lyra, it's time to go. Yes, we've run out of time. So just leave it to say thank you so much for taking time out and joining us on the show this week. And I'd like to wish you all the very best with your album, Lyra, by Lyra.
Thank you.
And also your new single, Queen, as well. And finally, would it be possible for you to introduce your latest single?
I'm Lyra, guys. Thank you so much for listening. This has been so much fun. And to top it all off, here is my single, Queen.
Lyra, thank you so much for joining me on the show. And I'd like to wish you all the very best. And would you like to come on the show again?
Yes, I will be on the show again. Whether you want me back or not, I'll be back.
Oh, but definitely want you back.
Like you, though.
Yes, get yourself a nice background like that, yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, see you soon then, and all the best. Thanks for joining me.
Bye.
Bye.